Hi, I'm Katie and I'm the artist for personal artwork, and today I'm going to be finishing off this portrait of Jess. She's a working type Cocker Spaniel. As you can see, I've basically done most of this portrait now, so I'm just going to be finishing off the neck fur and just going around all the finer hairs and just adding some of the finest details just to finish off this portrait. I'm going to be starting it off just showing you how to do this neck fur, and then I'm going to finish it off on as a time-lapse video. So I'm just going to start working on this area here where she's got her white bib coming down. She's got a few little curls that come up into the black fur, and then I'm going to speed it up and just finish off around here. So what I'm going to first of all do is just mark out where this white fur is here. So I can see it comes round here, and she's got a little curl that comes up and another one that comes up here. I'm just doing this with a medium grey pencil, just marking out at this point just to see where they are. I have got the sketch here so I can follow those lines that I've already drawn in with the graphite pencil. Now she does have some black fur that goes over the white here. So as you can see from the photo on the left, we are going to need to do the white fur first and then go over it with the black with those finer black hairs. So her white fur comes around here. Now you might think that this looks quite dark because I'm doing it with a medium grey pencil and it's white fur, but it's not. You'll notice as soon as I put the black on, it's not actually white, it's very grey. So I'm just going to put in these little shadows here, just under this curl, and then we'll be able to fine tune that in a moment. A little bit darker here, and you'll notice underneath the chin there is always a shadow, of course, from the head. So I'm just marking that out. She's got a few little fine white hairs that flick out. I'm not going to put those in at this point. I'm going to add them in afterwards. So I'm just going to erase these graphite pencil marks. I like to do that as I go along. And then I'm probably going to stop around here, just so we've got a tiny border along the bottom. So this comes round, and this is black here, and then this is another curl that comes round. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect to the reference photo, as I've said before. As long as you get the main shapes in there for the fur. Once you've added in your black, if the grey does appear a little bit too dark, then of course you can just erase those with the fine eraser. So I've got, and then that comes down here. So that's the end of her bib there. So I'm just going to continue this down. So we've got this shadow. Like I say, it's just marking out where those shadows are. And I'm just going to pretend that this black bit here isn't there, so her white fur would come round. Because what we are going to be doing is then going over it with the black afterwards. So it's doing your background first, and then the foreground. Right, so we're just going to get some colour in here. So I'm going with a lighter grey I do like to keep my pencils sharp, so I'll give that a sharpen. And we don't want to add too much detail to the neck fur because we don't want to take the focus off of the face, but it's just about blending, getting it nice and soft. She does have very soft, wavy curls on her neck. And it's just follow the line of the fur, and you can see I'm doing long strokes here. And it's just blending it in, nice long strokes. Of course, if it was a short-haired dog, you would do short strokes. There. So this sort of looks a little too defined at the moment, so I'm just going to soften this up a little bit. There we are. Now look at the black behind it and pick out any of the darker greys rather than the blacks. So it's a little bit grey here, so I'm just going to add this little curl in here. Now spaniels' ears are renowned for being wavy and curly, so it's just about gone over a little bit too far here. It's just about getting those shapes in. There. And then it's very black as it meets this curl here. Bring that down. So very black in here. Blend that in. And now we can see there's a few little tufts here. Get those in. Like I say, I'm not going crazy with the detail on this. Let's say I don't want to take the focus off of the portrait, but you'll find that the neck fur is generally darker than the facial fur, just because of the shadows from the face. And that's Jess barking away there. You can hear in the background. Sorry. Should we say hello to the postman or something? It's funny, she only ever barks when she's happy. So, just going to fine tune that. And then get that to blend in using your lighter grey. Blend that in. So this isn't quite as light as this. I'm just going to blend that in a little bit more with my black. It is a subtle change. So I'm just going to go back to this white fur. There we are. There isn't a great deal of detail in here, so I'm just going to show you the technique and how I then add in the black. So actually there's another white part, getting bits off of my eraser, sorry. So I'm just going to add that in there, blend it in. There we are. And now we will start to add in these finer hairs. So it comes down here. And then it comes round here. So you'll save yourself a lot of work if you just get that background in first. And then your foreground. There's a few little whiskers that come up from round here. I probably haven't got those perfect actually. But hey. So we'll start off quite dark and then just blend them away. You'll notice with whiskers they're darker at the base of the hair and then they gradually get lighter. So I'm just going to get some of these other darker hairs in here. Now she does have a flick here, so I'm just going to get that in. And I think we're going to speed this up in a moment. I'll get some colour on there, very dark. Just going to blend that a little bit with the colouring we've already got on there. And we'll just go straight into this shadow here with the black. Again, look how the fur goes round. Nice long strokes. And she's got a bit that comes round here, so I'm just going to add this in. A nice sneaky little curl coming up there. We'll add that in. This part comes down. Like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just getting the main shapes in there. And just make it look realistic. So I think we're close on there now. So I'm just going to add some shadows in here because this is a little bit darker. Look at the shapes that the hair makes. Comes round and then up. And you just want to blend them away because they are just little shadows. And that's an odd bit of hair that comes down. Again, just blend. Blend that in. Use your light pencil. And then we've got this bit that comes round here. So I'm just going to speed this up now, so you'll be able to see the final result a lot quicker. I'm going to get all these darker areas in and then we'll fine tune any bits that we want to at the end, but you'll see that in the time lapse. Okay, so enjoy the video.